I clicked the button. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. All right. So we're up and running. So I'm gonna start this morning. I made a few changes to base yesterday. So basically, coal comes out here, goes in, gets changed into enriched coal. Enriched coal gets it gets belted here. And once it's belted here, that should force it into that one. Then enriched coal gets belted there, because these are set to add and remove. And then basically that was removal only. So that way this one can't put enriched coal back in. Or the infused coal. So I can't put infused coal back over here. So hopefully it doesn't clog the system up. And if for some reason this thing starts putting infused coal back over here, then it will stop working, and then it will stop putting stuff here for us, which would be bad, because our entire defense grid is now powered by our infused coal. So what I've done is, I got tired of the bugs being bugs. I got to go through. I got to take out some. I got to replace the screen with actual guys. So all four corners are done exactly the same. We have Valcor beacons to pick up items. I've moved Valcors over here. Most of the reason for doing that is the incredible need that we're going to have ultimately for stingers. Eventually, we're going to need massive amounts of stingers, because we're going to. Six, how you doing this morning, my friend? I hope you're feeling better. So anyway, so our defense grid's defensing. I always say the best defense is a good offense. We have gone offensive with the bugs now. The bugs want to be jerks. We're going to shoot them back. So you see here now that the bugs aren't doing so good. Complaining so I don't sleep. Yeah, sometimes it's important to get up and do stuff to get your body used to going again. Just be careful, don't overdo it, my friend. Because I always do that. I always start feeling a little bit better, and then I overdo it, and then I end up making myself worse. So I started to slowly learn that lesson, and whenever I'm not feeling well, I do better about just Oh yeah, so you see the bugs aren't doing so well against the defenses anymore. Yeah, it sucks too, but sometimes, especially with this sick issue, where it's ooh, that's not yeah. Talk of sport usually isn't a good thing. It usually sounds like
Yeah. Mold? Yeah.
yeah. If you are dealing with mold, my friend, uh, make sure when you start combating it, you take appropriate precautions. What those precautions are, I do not know. But make sure you have proper precautions and stuff like that, because when you start combating the mold, it takes offense to it, and it will start releasing more spores and things like that, trying to defend itself. Um, if you are dealing with stuff like that, please take appropriate precautions. Make sure your breathing is protected, especially your wife. I always believe she's your wife and child. Um, especially the kid, right? The adult, like sometimes we can kind of defend with that stuff a little bit easier. The body's not as susceptible to some of that stuff, but a child, a lot of times they're even more susceptible to that stuff. So I was just make sure you have proper breathing stuff and it's my handshake technically with the gates for 11 years now. Yeah. I just don't like just assuming people's like I had a couple of friends one time that they just well if they were everywhere together, I just assumed that they were married and they had like several kids together and stuff like that. I said something about being married one time and they both got really upset with me. Because she got mad because they weren't married. He got mad because they weren't married, but for completely different reasons. And don't get me wrong, dude. Like, I lived with my ex for we were together 3 years or something that we lived together, and I didn't see any reason to get married. Part of it is like I had issues with like not to get super into it, but I been through divorces and bankruptcies and all kinds of other stuff due to my ex-wife, and I didn't want to put that crap on somebody else, because as soon as you get married, all that shit just dumps on them too, and it wasn't her fault. So it was just easier to not deal with that paperwork. And then it worked out because she turned out to not be the person I thought she was. But that's my evil. Please don't let me put that on other people. My situation is my own. My luck with women is phenomenal. I have a coworker that keeps telling me one day I'm gonna find the woman that I've been looking for. I'm like, well, that's gonna be awful hard. She's like, why is that? I go, because she's hiding in her frickin' house just like I am. Free to go out and talk to people because people suck.
Is this tin? Or is this an illusion? Will we ever know? Will I accidentally destroy a rack rail? You fucking bet I will.
Yeah.
Damn it. Alright, which one was it?
The blue one. The goddamn can is blue. Yeah, it is. The problem is you put your trust in people and you think that you know somebody, and you know, I just, my problem is I want to help people, and in helping people a lot of times I end up screwing myself and put myself in situations where I shouldn't be, and then I assume that other people have my best interest in the heart. And that's a problem I have with me. I have codependent issues, and I think that you know, but and now it's now caused me to find, if you know, there's people that are like, oh, I need help. I'm like, no, run away. Which sucks. I hate being that way, but like I there's no other way I can be. The problem is I have things I want to do in my life. I'm trying to help people that need help, and if somebody's not capable of helping, or at least working on helping themselves, and I'm not saying that every situation, every person out there is capable of climbing out. So people need help sometimes, but when you start interrupting my ability to help my charity, me and you we're not gonna be friends. Yeah, well, that's my problem. Is I keep putting my I keep allowing myself to put my my happiness in things that don't deserve to do that, and then I think that and I do that over and over and over again. I'm like, oh, this new game that's coming out, it's gonna be different than the last. It's an abusive relationship. It really is.
You need to stop trusting mega corporations to actually do what they say. They never do. Just look at Meta. I mean, Facebook. I mean, whatever the fuck it's called today.
Well, and it's not even that. Like they do exactly what they do the same thing. They watch out for the people. They watch out for the stockholders. If the reason Saints Row was released the way it was, the reason Dual Universe is being released the way it is, the reason Cyberpunk, Fallout 76, all these games, the reason the actions that weren't taken were because somebody has decided that releasing them in the state that they are is less of a hit to their bottom line and to the stockholders than waiting and fixing it. Because
waiting and fixing it. An interview has happened with the Saints Row developers, and it was found out that they were still building their development tools during the game's development.
Yeah, that's
why there's no rain. That's why there's no... Well, there's a lot of problems. That's why a lot of the common features are missing. Because they hadn't finished coding them yet in the engine.
So, but yeah, and that's the issue, right? Is that they're trying to force the, and don't get me wrong, like it would be difficult for me to go, oh, hey, I'm gonna go build a game. I'm going to take and build, I'm gonna get a bunch of money loaned to me, and then I'm gonna make the game, and then at some point those people want that money back, and when you're having to get the money back, that's when you start running into issues, and like I get it, like you have to to make money. You have to pay the rent. You have to get check something. I think my air conditioner decided to not be an air conditioner.
I was wondering why it was so quiet. Normally it's slightly there in the background on Discord.
Yeah.
You know, not enough to hear it, but if you normally, but if you really listen in, you can hear it. But yeah, that's been missing.
Oh, new phone. Who this? Still trying to get my phone set up. It's one of those things, like no matter how much you try to go through your phone and your old phone and make sure that you got all the stuff off of it, you always end up with a few things that just aren't quite right.
So I'm looking forward to your review on the new Pixel in about a week or two.
I will say, so far, I'm okay with it. It's different, but I've gone from an LG back to Google. Oh yeah, I've gone through all that to turn on all this stuff, and now the air conditioner's turned up.
So you said you got the Pixel 6 Pro.
Well, I wanted the Pixel 6 Pro, but I ended up with the Pixel 6a because they were out of pictures.
Out of curiosity, which one did you get? The 128 gig? Oh, they're all 128. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 128.
So, I like going over these sort of prices just so people really understand the difference. I could never afford one of these. It's $800 in Australia.
Wow.
I would love to buy a first-party Pixel. A lot of things would work properly on a first-party Pixel. Did you know you can still record phone calls on a first-party Pixel phone?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have a custom phone dialer app that lets you record call, but not on third-party.
Yeah, I probably would never buy a first-party one here. I want to say mine was like, it's like $450 or something. I think it's like $20 a month. Like they wanted, like I was looking at the Samsung Fold C. And I was seriously thinking about it because it's a nice big screen, especially when you open it. But the problem is then when you open it, it's square. And when the phone is closed, it has another screen that's like, I don't know what resolution or what that is, but it's weird. So I was just like,
Plum, what cooldowns exist on the light stuff?
Light stuff?
Well, I assume it's a light thing that has a cooldown that Sixes have trouble with.
The lights, not really. I think most of the lights themselves, I don't think there's a cooldown. It just cues it. So like if you spend points to turn it blue, then green, then red, then blue, then green, then red. It just stacks them 10 minutes and it queues them up. If you do like blue, green, red, and then the dog treats and hydrate should have worked. They have a timeout once they're used, but not once.
Yeah, apparently they're out of stock. Check back later.
Stock.
I wonder if they didn't reset.
There's supposed to be there's a limit to like 3 per. Oh, they're out of stock for meat too? Oh, okay. Well, you get a free one. I don't have time to check it out right now. Hey, dog ammo. Come here. Bear Kill 6, thank you. Here, eat it too. That's my finger. It was in a tree. I'm taking my finger out for a second time.
So you find out the finger was the treat the whole time. Wait, what?
You already got food. Would you stop drooling on my bed? This dog, man, I love her to death. She's been... Yeah, I need my... It was my clicky finger, too. I need that one. Oh, that's on.
As soon as I finish doing some track re-engineering, I will get tin online and we can have tin.
Pause. You don't happen to have any more of those fancy solar panels, do you? Or do I have fancy solar panels?
No, I'm all out of fancy solar panels. We have a sufficient or a significant. We have a significant deficiency. God, the English language is too damn hard. Of fancy solar panels.
I have a shortage of it.
Okay, I have now upgraded the intersection just a little bit. Matter of fact. know what really helped trying to get power into my suit? If I aim at a battery, not at a piece of glass. I'm doing well today. Anyway, yeah, I'm afraid I got nothing really. Got no news. Ah, slimes.
Now you want power?
Yeah, no, we're out of fancy solar panels. We have to get back into the business of making fancy solar panels.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm trying to get the tin components sorted. Fuck, I've got to get power down here.
Wait. Oh, you have a couple of high fuels, right?
Couple of haikus?
Fuels, the fuel for jet engines.
Oh yeah, I got like 4 canisters just hanging around in my inventory.
Oh, that's probably more than enough.
Why? I don't know. I just had some feeling I'd have 4 in my inventory. I thought it was a good number. I've also got the stuff to make more fuel housings in my inventory, just sitting here. I don't know. I do weird things. I'm on my way up. Have you built a biomass processing for fuel section there as well yet?
I'm working on it. I need to, before I put fuel into this thing though, I need to make this section that's going to output the fuel, because that's going to be important.
Yeah. I just realized that the shortage of everything comment wasn't 6. That it was silent.
Oh. Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I just realized that too. Hey, Silent, how you doing this morning? We're doing well. I claim the number of S's in the blue name.
I was staring there and my brain was going, the blues are a different color. And I'm like, no, they're not. The blues are a different color. No, they're not. The blues are a different color.
The goddamn pen is blue.
So where do I put the cans? And don't stay in the trash.
Man. Sorry. No, this one's at this one group. But do you have
I was going to say, use your words.
well, we could probably just dump it into the just in the green box. So, how many?
I'm just going to step away in case I accidentally pick something up. I still don't know what I'm being asked if I have.
I need fuel for the jet engine.
Where do you want me to put it?
In this green box right here, on top of the jet engine. Jet engine turn on.
Okay, so I have to look at your screen to figure out that the mini hopper isn't actually there. There is nothing underneath me here.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Let me just rejoin. I was like, green box? What green box? Multiplayer. Joining the game.
It's not the good stocking ports, but it's stocking ports nonetheless.
What do you mean it's not the good stocking ports? What is this?
Well, I'm making regular stocking ports.
How many do you need?
All of them?
How many does the BioMass need to have the good stocking ports?
Probably just a couple.
Let me relocate where you are.
Because
I see you now. Because I have bulk. Where do I put them?
in the bin.
Belt.
Sure. I need a stocking fort there. Because I need, well, and it's not that big of a deal because all I was doing is taking the empties back in.
Yeah, but I want these to be fast. Do you need them on the white hoppers here as well?
No, those are Mark IIs already. These are all outputs. I had outputs.
The white hoppers are going to be the ones that get the fuel into them.
Oh, yeah. I need those. You're right. I need to set those to, positive fuel. 4,000. Yeah, 4,000 is a good place to start. I don't want any on that. Need a battery to work correctly.
Oh, I don't think it can output its front from its front face.
That.
Let me be right back. I also don't know if I picked up stuff of yours. Are you missing stuff? I'm going to go fall down to the mining floor and grab a bunch of alloy blocks and make a bunch of batteries. Of the good kind.
Oh, while you're down there, can you grab me some a few more refinery blocks?
Sure.
By few, however many that there is.
Down the left I go! Hell of it way! I am pissing the server off. A lot.
And the server has fought back.
Holy shit! The lift touched me, and then my height read 2,000 above.
The server's had enough of your shit, evidently.
Oh god, my player model is so bad that it's now stretched into the sky.
Oh, good.
I didn't know this game could do that. I am pleasantly surprised.
So hopefully that thing will start working here. Even though the real question is should I just make a stack of these things go to the heaven?
Well, yes, just not right now. We don't have power requirements for it. And I think you'd want purple lasers feeding it.
Yeah.
I'll bring purple lasers with me. I think I'm gonna have to respawn. I don't think it's realized I've
I'll match it with your right. Right. I probably even stick bug eyes in it or something.
Yeah. If you go sort out a couple purple eyes, I'll quickly relog and get a couple purple lasers. That way we get as much as we can in.
Well, I don't think they need that much.
Probably... A turbine on rapid is 800 power. A purple laser is 320 by default. Green makes it 400. Blue makes it 640. Purple is the only one that gets max.
Maybe worth. You're going to go get Mark 4 battery, right?
Well, I was going to get a ton of Mark 3, but with Mark 3 you can make Mark 4, so... Yeah. Ow.
Yeah, I just don't know if we want to stick those on the bottom. I forgot we can't do the power out of the front.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I think my ability to aim a grappling hook has gotten significantly worse. I'm trying to fast travel using the grappling hook and I just cannot land on the concrete.
So basically what's happening now, and I kind of went over this a little bit earlier. So we have this massive defensive array now. And I'll be able to expand it out pretty much as far as I want. I'll probably at some point have to go through here. This is all, well, I don't know. I have to figure out how to keep this powered by coal. Or just completely rip these out and put something else back in. Probably what will end up happening is we'll have, I'm going to build big gun batteries that are just powered by jet turbines because of course I am. Because this is going to get out of hand. I am planning for complete and massive overkill because I have a feeling that's what it's going to take. I have this sneaking suspicion you guys are going to kill me this year, especially if I make challenges like I plan to. But if we can, it's all in good fun, right? But in order to try to combat that and to keep it from actually being stopped, it's gonna take some defensive capabilities. This isn't gonna cut it. By the time I get done, it's gonna look like a damn spaceship. And I don't mean the good kind of spaceship either. I mean the scary kind. We're talking Independence Day mothership here. big question is how far away from the CPH do I start the ring? Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. You know, right now I think I have 8 Mark III turrets. By the time we get done, we're probably gonna have 800 to start with. And more important than having 800 is the ability for all the fire continuously. And then that's the other trick too, is to be able to get them all where they can fire at the locations where it's required. And we're also looking at probably firing thousands of missiles per minute. Oh, we got ice. That's what.
Yeah, I'm in my head. I am working on a design for the missile factory. I have a plan to reuse part of my. Did you ever see my gold wire production system from the Patreon server?
I don't.
Right. It's a plan of scale. Of it, the ability to excessively scale.
Yeah, and that's going to be our problem, right? Is we need to be able to scale upon scale upon scale. And then when we get done with all this, the goal here. So the goal is we're going to probably be playing FortressCraft for a while. So we're going to be playing this up till November. November we'll have the big defense, and basically we're going to fire off a ridiculous amount of agitators. My goal is to have DJ ask a simple question, why? If I can get DJ to ask why, then we've done our job. And that's my goal, is to have DJ ask why. Because it's hilarious when we get him to ask things like that. But I'm trying to seriously just completely break the game again, because that's what we're good at. And to be fair, like, this game is incredibly difficult to break in that way. Like, this game works in... Yeah, so, and the way that's going to work... so the way it's going to work is, right now we're at $150 donations to Extra Life. So every $5 donation, whether you make those today, whether you made those January 1st, any donation this year, basically is going to get you an agitator. And as the day progresses, we're going to be required to basically go through, and as soon as somebody donates money, I have to stop whatever I'm doing and go put the agitators in. The system is going to be set up in such a way that the first thing that gets power is the agitators. And then once the agitators are powered, then we can have power for other stuff. So if you know, we start, the agitators draw too much power, it can actually kill our defenses. And it's a bad problem. When it starts going bad, it will go bad. And it's going to go from being okay to, oh my God, we're screwed. So, but we know that could be a problem, a possible problem. So with that being a possible problem, I'm trying to, make sure we have enough stuff ahead of time to not be a problem. So basically what I've done here is down here, this guy is a hole. So basically this has biomass coming in, and it has raw iron coming in. I have a very small facility back here that basically takes iron and turns it into iron bars. Iron bars gets turned into empty shells and powered back in. And then this thing is limited to only allow 100 fuel canisters, give or take a few into this area. This area then outputs over here, and this only allows 10 fuel canisters from this port. So this port's allowed to keep 10 fuel canisters in here, right? So now it's gotten up to 14. So it will vary a little bit, because what will end up happening, the way it's set up, is the stocking port can hold 12. So if it drops to 9, it will jump 12 over there. So we're going to go to like 21, and then it'll come back down. So it'll be a little bit of surge, which is fine. The real trick is I don't want 9 million empty canisters in the system. I want to find out what the kind of the balance is, and once I find the balance, I don't want to over input a bunch of canisters into the system, because having all of my iron in the entire game pumped into empty canisters that are now empty and clogging up my ports is a problem. So the empty canisters are basically the filled canisters go in here, get empty canisters go back here. This one's allowed to pump as many empty canisters as it can back into the system, because if this box down here fills up full of empty canisters, you guessed it, the power stops. If the power stops, the fuel stops, and then the whole thing breaks. So I want as many empty canisters as this thing can empty. I want them out of it, because it is very important not have it. Yeah, bad things happen. And then once we get the other one in, we'll build another stack of refineries, and we'll start making ridiculous amounts of refineries. Now I gotta go change stuff. Maybe the best option. So dark.
Going through Twitter, trying to find an old tweet on someone's Twitter is an annoying fucking process.
Yeah.
Because every 5 or 6 tweets there's a promoted tweet, which is usually some bullshit ad. And I've got to go back a couple of years through DJ's tweets to find one screenshot of something I did.
You can't, well, I was say you can search for, if you sent it to him, you could go in here, go in his thing and do, but he may or may not have.
Well, no, because it was a screenshot of something I did. He took the screenshot and posted it. It was a while ago.
Mr. 18, how you doing this morning? Stretcher. Oh yeah, and then the other problem too is you're probably looking for it because it's because of the picture on it, not what was tweeted. So if you don't remember what was tweeted, it makes it. Yeah, me and the jet turbines have been having difficulties.
Oh, I got more of those for you as well.
No, I have enough. I just me not remembering how they work and not remember how to build them and not remembering how to. Because the jet turbine is I think the only thing in the game that requires it to be super built to be completed constructed.
Yeah.
If you don't use super building, you do it it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's a super old multi-block. It's pre the new multi-block system. But
well, and not only that, but I think it's the only multi-block that requires 2 different blocks, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
We don't know why it doesn't work though. The check code works. It just doesn't build. Like, for all intents and purposes, every piece of code that's supposed to fire off does. It just, you know, doesn't work. Holy crap, there's a screenshot that I haven't seen in a while. Just found a screenshot of 2018's game day.
Oh, with the I still have a couple of the screenshots from when like I still some of the coolest pictures I ever made, especially for game day, are just doing that. Like the one picture of all the rockets firing off.
Yeah, that's the one I found that he retweeted.
It's such a cool picture.
I also found Thunderdome.
Oh, was that the next year where we were building the big
It was the same year. The turrets around the CPH on the steps.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm in the right year now. Oh yeah! I forgot. I named one of the rooms on the server Soylent Green. It was the spawn room. It had the med bay and the plants in it. I thought it was funny. Good times. Yeah, because it was a tweet. It was something I built. It was titanium housings, actually. It was then tweeted at Direwolf as a with the text, "There's always better approaches than compact."
It was sad. Like, I was happy to see Direwolf pick this game up and played it for a while. I think DJ may have entered a deal. But it was sad. Like, and don't get me wrong, I love Direwolf. I love his content. It's awesome guy. But that man cannot do anything that is not freaking Minecraft. The analytics on his channel just go to complete garbage if he plays anything that's not Minecraft.
Yeah, his community is it's Minecraft or nothing kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's sad, because the guy's got so much potential, but nobody wants to see anything else.
And for the longest time, like I haven't watched Direwolf in a while, but like I would go, if anything he had that wasn't, I would watch it whether I cared about the game or not, just to try to give the man a break, because he just wasn't allowed to do anything. because yeah, it's one of those things like you just, and that's part of the reason I bounce between games so much. Because as much as I would, love to be able to do this full time and, really not, it's not like I would be like, oh, well, I'm just going to quit my day job. But it's more of a, if something happened where I could, like, not have to worry about my day job anymore, like that would be the, definitely doesn't kind of do me any good.
But yeah, so my proposal for the missile factory is that we set up banked stages and we basically have massive amounts of mass storage feeding, rows of production, and just repeat it over and over and over.
Oh yeah.
So we can just, have each, even if we need to separate each stage to having its own internal cloud network.
That's probably what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna end up having, because what you end up doing is that a way, if you basically build it in stages, because then you have the large rockets, then you have the cluster missiles, and you can split the cluster missiles and the high yield missiles with the pincers off. So that a way, if something happens where we don't have the good missiles, we can use the, at least use some of the other ones.
Yeah. My other thought was, and when you see the screenshot, you see sort of the design style I went with, is we could expand it, wider easily. And sort of if we make sure we keep the stages lined up right, we could keep building rooms, across further and further, adding more and more and more of the same production.
And speaking of YouTubes, especially if you guys are playing Backpack, and like, don't get me wrong, I love this game, and FortressCraft is an amazing game, but Backpack is its own game in and of itself. I do have. Yeah, so they did release a patch, but you guys are trying to use crate. Yeah, there is. So I've been making just random things. Pete helped me set up OBS on my computer. Should probably do it while I'm on my laptop. I may do that. Set up stream stuff on my laptop. Because that way gives me something to do. When
I need to throw stuff at you. Stand still.
What? But my backpack's full of garbage.
Well, I've got stuff to throw at you. I'll take the garbage.
I was just gonna go over there, but you were doing stuff at me, so I had to pick it up.
Yeah. You have more refineries now, and more jet turbines. The batteries will be a minute, because I gotta pop back down and get more alloyed blocks. I've got one large battery, and a bunch of small, and some purple lasers.
Well, I need purple lasers, because I can't. This thing can't be powered by a blue laser.
Yep, I'll be there in just a minute. I'm just gonna empty space. Why am I manually feeding this in there? What is wrong with me?
Don't ask me what's wrong with me. You ain't got enough time for that garbage.
Thieves exist. I could use the thieves. I keep forgetting these are here.
It's okay. I only made them like, I don't know, 8 weeks ago.
Well, yeah. Alright. I need to throw some stuff at you. So here we go with more stuff throwing. We got 1 of those, 10 of those, 5 of those. There was something else.
What's in the hole?
Yeah, I can't remember. That's some stuff. Do you not have purple eyes?
I didn't have that. This is more than enough for what I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've made bad choices, slime. Because guess where you're going to live now?
We have a lithium bar. We do. Neat. I'd like those bars, please, game. Thank you.
It's gone well.
What's up?
We have we have eight high composite fuel refiners now.
Nice.
I guess if we needed to, we could probably put plastic up here. We probably don't need nearly as much plastic.
I'm going to give those slimes a surprise.
Slime
They're
surprise?
not going to enjoy the surprise.
I checked the one below the refineries. He lives down there now.
Sure. Now.
But yeah, so I'm looking at that. I don't know. I have no for the backpack loops. All I did was basically I recorded the loop, no voice, no nothing, just basically just gameplay, just the loop. I tried to explain enough. I don't know if I should do more with it. If what I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the best output for that is. I don't know what it is though. Yeah, and that was the other idea too, is that with me putting them in a loop, if you go and watch it, you'll see the loop. Basically it runs through until it kills whatever the guy is, and then it kills it, and then if you could just then loop the entire thing, so you can go through the different loops, and then as I add new ones in there, you can just go to see. At least that was my plan. But I don't know if you guys do watch those and you have a different idea, or you think a different way to do that. or something that I can make those better or worse that makes them more enjoyable for you guys to watch, I am open to that. Because part of it is like, you know, the people that are going to come to watch it to learn how to do it is one thing, but it's another one if you just want to watch that loop go. Just, you know, I find that stuff, you know, therapeutic sometimes too. I don't know. I like watching. That's why I like Factorio so much. Factorio is calming to me. Yeah, I like seeing the motion. I like seeing the patterns and watching stuff work and stuff like that. Some people hate it. I am not one of those people.
I have decided that I have been shot by a slime for the last time. Camo bots are next.
Kicking on. What kind of stuff is it? Copper.
Yeah, you may have to check the configuration of everything. Probably because it's, probably not. Also, incredibly important question. Those output ports are pointing towards thin air.
Which output ports?
The ones you just set up.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to put belts on them yet.
Yeah.
Got it. See, I was thinking is that...
I should start putting some stuff fairly quickly. This one needs to build.
I got partway through tin. Tin's not finished yet, but if you set tin up, tin will be there soon. As I eliminate all the slimes.
At some point, I'll I can add like 6 more output ports. But I'll probably, when I come to, when we get like bulk or something.
Yeah.
Even though it may be enough for these right now.
Yeah. We'll have to reestablish resin and all that.
As it is, it's going to be yeah, because I think these things will hold, 4,000. So it should overfill it.
Oh yeah, did you notice the 2 slime turrets I put down there? With jet turbines?
What I'll say about that? You like just cover the entire map with slime turret. Even though the slimes have brought this upon themselves. Like it's all their fault.
Yeah, they have. They could have left us alone.
We were ignoring them and leaving them alone. They just wanted to be jerks.
So our defenses, they absolutely shot first.
Yes. Eventually, once we put the bigger battery, I'll put bigger batteries. I don't really need a bigger battery. You know? Like it's more than enough to. Jet turbines to power those. I'm powering like 40 refineries with a jet turbine. It's a bit much. Next.
There's somewhere around here I can tap into a bit of power real quick. And put a turret down.
Somewhere around where?
biomass jet turbine?
Not really, because it's all buried. You can put it underground, or we can just put a battery on top of the jet turbine right there.
That'll do.
Oh, now you killed Gary.
Good. You shot me.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you can serve.
So yeah, we have some small protections now against slimes. I'm gonna go finish setting up tin, and on my way past the cold cavern, I'm going to drop a pair of camobot turrets down there.
That's gonna be a problem.
What, killing the camobots?
No, so I've ran into a small flaw, a glitch in the matrix, if you would. If I set up ports on the storage, so if I set up like 7 train stations, right? And I set it to say always keep 1,000 tin, 1,000 copper, 1,000 iron, 1,000 lithium, right? If I have, say, 7 boxes to that, or 7 carts, and they get caught, like one of them gets stuck, like say we back up on 10, that would never happen. So it's, but say we backed up on 10, and 10's trying to unload, it's going to block and nothing else will be able to unload. So I think I may need to...
You build multiple stations, and if we have to, we reassign networks. So we can always have a bar network and specific bar stations that always handle bar load, so that we don't have any bar blocks.
Well, yeah, but...
How many times can I say bar in a sentence? You better bloody bar leave it, I'll find more.
I don't know, but I'm gonna bar you from barring.
Oh.
The other option was to set up like basically input and outputs over here, so that each one had its own like set up a mass storage specifically for tin, and then have tin dump into the communal, and then set up one next to that, for copper, one for iron, one for lithium. That way, I have a smaller that maybe holds like 1,000, and then basically have it output from that into the other mass storage, and have it limited to 1,000. So that way we only have so much stuff there, but we have a buffer. That may be the better way to do it.
Alright. You just make sure that your bar transport network from smelt to store, or smelt to cache rather, is...
Oh, it's going to be its own thing.
Well, you could always use the same track network and just give it a different name. Because depots are for track networks. However, the freight requests are handled by the track network, or name. So you could have surface network and surface bar network.
Well, I was gonna have basically I was gonna make its own track, so that I was just gonna make a track that runs along these and runs over there and then plugs straight into that.
All
right. So that way there's no crossing. There's no the fewer number of crossings we have, the better.
Oh yes.
works. It's just the general rule of thumb. That's a good plan. The less.
Alright. Now that I'm not gonna get murdered by slimes every 5 frickin' minutes, I'm gonna go work on tin.
Oh no, these things only transfer like 50 at a time, don't they?
Which card?
The ones to move actual items, because we can't use the bulk to move bars.
No, we can't. All carts are for ores. We could use standard large mine carts though. I have been correctly setting type assignments on the
Yeah, I've been trying
cargo
to.
list though.
I
Carts.
forget.
So large is 50, fast is 25. We don't have bulk yet. If only there was a conversion recipe from fast to book to large. And now I can work safely.
Good. I made a clean sneeze. Right. I didn't see it updated, and then it updated, and then I pushed the button.
Wait, what?
I have 56 stations now.
Oh, yeah. You, okay, server? Cool. My inventory is suddenly full. Where did all these bug parts come from? Sorry, I just turned around and noticed that there was a bunch of, dropped items in the ground because all of a sudden my inventory is suddenly full and, stuff I'd done was, different. I might quickly AnyDesk in and, just check out the server's doing. Well, apparently when server wants to restart for updates as well.
So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make sure that as the carts come in, we don't have issues where they start running into each other on basically crossing paths, right? I'm trying to make sure that these are set up so that the less number of junctions that you have, where especially where parts cross paths with each other, the better off you are. As soon as you start crossing paths and allowing the parts to decide what they want to do, nothing good comes from it. Pretty much ever.
Carts like to err on the side of stupidity.
Well, what ends up happening is, especially at a junction, there's like no rhyme or reason. And like, if one cart's doing like 90 miles an hour, it's like real traffic in the real world. They're like, oh, hey, this car's coming down the road doing 90 miles an hour. I probably should pull out in front of it. Nah, it'll be fine. And then they pull out in front of you, and then the other cart slams on its brakes. So now the car that has all the speed and momentum from a booster now has to slam on its brakes and stop. And then I'm sad. Nobody likes it. That's probably stuff.
Nope, that's the same tin vein. Okay. Yeah. I forgot to bring you lasers. I was gonna bring you lasers. That was the other thing. Yeah, I was gonna give you more lasers. I grabbed like 100 lasers.
There. Best that we have. Extractors. And like, do I need all these one-way gates in here? No. But you don't put all these one-way gates in here, you're guaranteed that the carts are going to be dumped. So anytime I can remove a decision from cart, usually it's a good plan.
And people will tell you the carts aren't that dumb. Oh yes, they are.
Well, they do okay. But the problem is...
They do okay. And then they screw up monumentally.
Yeah, and what happens is you end up starting to depend on them and thinking that they're going to, you know, be okay. And so anytime a cart can make a decision, it's best to not let the cart make a decision. So if you like where it can come out and it gets to a junction, it can decide which direction it wants to go. It is best to not let the cart make the decision. Be like, no, if you get here, you will go this way. And usually if you do that, cart network does all right. If you start letting carts decide what they want to do for themselves, it's going to go bad.
I just gotta grab a couple of hoppers, and then I can get the tin ore on the network, and then I can start feeding it into a lift.
As soon as it gets on the network, I'll start, or as soon as it's up here, well, we may need to set up the station.
Yeah, that's my plan. The lift's already down here waiting for me to get stuff in it, so...
As soon as the pickup area up here is done, or as soon as it's connected to the network, it'll start refining.
I don't think it's configured as tin yet, because I didn't know which one was going to be it to the end.
Well, yeah, it's not configured up there yet, but I configured the one down here.
Yeah, so while I'm up here grabbing hoppers, I'll configure the top one. That way, once the bottom one's gone or done, it'll all do its thing.
Right now, once that's basically connected, I'll be able to sever these setups up down here.
Alright, heading back. My hoppers. I should get mining drill heads while I'm here, actually. That way I don't go back and do this a third time later.
Yeah, I have the motors set up that they produce 10 at a time.
So,
and it produces everything. I even have magnetic ones being ready to produce, but not the ability.
Antimatter, rather.
Yeah.
We've got a stall on fusion somewhere.
It may need like lithium or something.
Yeah. Alright, I'll take down a couple of magnetic for now, and
because I don't have I don't actually have lithium being made in there. I just grabbed a bunch of it and stuffed it.
yeah, actually I see the boxes. Let me shove some in. What is it short of? Yeah, it was the lithium it's having trouble with.
Well, it's because it doesn't have it, and I've never told it how to make lithium wheels. Because I didn't have lithium in it to do that. I'm going to solve that problem first.
I've got to be back. Someone's trying to use the intercom, but they're not talking loud enough for it to work.
It's just chill. I'm fine with you. I love those lights so much. No, the Lumia stream. So the Lumia stream combined with Pete's being Pete is what allows all my lights to blink yellow when we're getting attacked. And if for some reason they actually get to the base and cause damage to the CPH, they'll all flash red or the alarm go off. That's all done. That's not FortressCraft doing the lights. Well, it's a mod, and FortressCraft is sending a Lumia stream, and then Lumia stream blinks all my lights out. Same thing. Whereas if you guys, so just so y'all know, if you don't like the purple lights, you can just turn it blue. Oh no, I changed that. That's a should work. What didn't? Why didn't that work? Things like this. Can it work? Oh, I wonder. I think it's queuing them. Okay, yeah, that's why. Okay, yeah. So basically, what happens is there's a few things that I have that will skip the queue, but those commands don't. So they'll basically go, so there's, the yellow or whatever, or the orange, I think it is. So you can queue different things. You can queue, and it will queue them up. So that way it keeps. That one string is still messed up. I don't know what's wrong. Forgot. But yeah, Lumia Stream's awesome. Yeah, so much of a trip for like yeah, most of the stuff I'm using is tooth. So there's jaws. But yeah, that's all Lumia Stream. Lumia Stream is great. If you actually want LED lights to go to do things like that, Lumia Stream is a great. Oh, it's awesome. And you can get Lumia Stream for free and get away with some things that it does. To do a lot of stuff like that, to do a lot of the things that I'm doing, you have to buy the subscription. But if you use the code, I have it on the Discord and down in the descriptions. You can get 20% off your first purchase. Because they're awesome. All right. Lumia Stream is cool. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. And it's actually Lumia Stream's not even the expensive part. Like the expensive part is actually getting all the lights and. Yeah. I think I want to do this the same way. Except for I don't need as many. I don't need as many stations out here.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hey, no worries.
Hidden, that's what I'm doing. Make my journey to Tin Lion, also known as Lion Floor 1. Okay, and down we go.
Stream, and it's a small company. Like they're not a large company by any stretch of the imagination. And they're just trying to do something. They saw a spot open in the market, and yeah, you can make a bot that kind of does the same thing that they do. But I was just like, oh no, this works. I don't need to do all this work. Definitely don't want to do all the programming. And they're adding new stuff all the time. And they, actually listen to people, which I know is weird. Like, I don't know why you'd want a company that did that, but so as the people that are using it are coming in and are like, hey, this would be great if it did like X, Y, or whatever. They're trying to add stuff that's useful to the actual community. My next idea, and I know how to do it. I keep forgetting to locate the item that I can be able to do it. I want to redo my screen. I haven't found a good thing I'm happy with yet. So that we can have the frame and everything on screen, and with the frame and everything on screen, if I can get it to work, well, actually, that's not true. I can get it to work. I don't need try to get it to work. I can't. I want to have the frame change colors with Lumia screen. So as we change the color of the lights, it also changes the color of my the frame on screen. And Lumia allows me to do that. I like if I used OBS, like it would already be done. If I were using OBS, it would be easy. But I have to be weird and different, and I use XSplit. And because I use XSplit, and I bought a lifetime subscription for it. I'm hard-headed and don't want to stop using it. Yeah, so the problem is XSplit is expensive. Oh, that's good. XSplit is expensive. You have to pay a monthly fee for it, or if you're like me, you can just buy a lifetime subscription. I bought a lifetime subscription like 7 years ago, so it does okay for me. So I've gotten my money from it. So the like I'm fine with it. I like XSplit, and I've used XSplit pretty much exclusively since the beginning of the channel. And the reason I do is because when I first built my computer, for whatever dumb reason, OBS, it just would not work correctly on my computer, and I was using hardware, or CPU acceleration, or I was using the CPU encoding, and it just murdered my CPU. Like it just, for whatever reason, it just was horrible to my CPU. And I was having just massive issues, and it probably's fine now. OBS, hell, that was 7 years ago, and now I'm using video encoding from our original. So it's not even that big of a deal anymore. So it'd probably be fine. And I know lots of people use TV. That's the cool thing about it. I don't even have to see Amy speak. I just know she did. Yeah, and it works great for lots of people. Like I just, for whatever reason, it just did not work for me. And so I went to XSplit, and when I bought the because at the time I was trying to figure out if I was going to do it or not, I had the money to kind of pay for a lifetime license for XSplit, so I just bought a lifetime license for XSplit. And by doing that, then I didn't have to worry about it anymore. So not having to pay for XSplit, a monthly fee, it reduces a lot of the problems of like it removes that, oh well, it costs a monthly fee. Well, it doesn't cost a monthly fee for me anymore because I bought a lifetime subscription. So it makes it easier. But because I bought a lifetime subscription, I don't want to stop using it because I paid for it. So I just try to make stuff work with XSplit, and unfortunately, it's not as popular of a service, so it makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, so and I know lots of people do, and unfortunately, it puts me in a bad position because, like, if you want to know questions about XSplit, I can help you set XSplit up all day long. OBS is a different program. I don't use it, so I don't understand all the intricacies of it. I'm starting to kind of get to start using it. I've been using it for recording the shorts, stuff like that. And like I said, if you guys like, please go check out my YouTube channel. Like I could definitely build some love on that. It's one of those things. It's so hard to get started. And really all I'm doing is I'm taking the VODs from here and moving them over there. So if you guys want to watch the VODs afterwards, and you're like, oh, I missed the VOD, it just makes it easier to watch that. Like I think maybe I don't know. I am looking for some feedback on it, like kind of, you know, how to do things differently. Like I've just been copying the VODs over there, and it's so hard to know because like I haven't been uploading stuff to YouTube, so it makes it it makes it difficult because since I haven't been uploading stuff over there, I don't have a lot of people watching it. Since I don't have a lot of people watching it, like it's not getting views, it's not getting that stuff because it's new, right? And I'm used to a decent amount of stuff here. So, and it's just one of those things. Like once I kind of, you know, once you start getting to that point where people actually start watching it, I haven't been twittering very much lately. I need a Twitter. I probably should Instagram and all that other crap too, but I don't know. You may convince me to go on Instagram. You're not going to convince me that TikTok is a useful addition to society.
I have no idea what TikTok and Instagram are, and I intend to keep it that way. Hey, Evie.
The problem, like I've seen some TikTok, and there's some decent stuff that comes off TikTok. There's some really good people on there, but for the most part, it's just people. It's that instant gratification, like, oh, I'm going to set out a 10-second freaking video, and you're trying to be, you know, the next viral, you know. Yeah, it just I can't. Well, it's not that I can't. It's just I won't. So I can get rid of I.
And again, I'm weird. I also don't use Facebook or Twitter or any of that.
Well, I use Facebook. I've kind of been. I stopped kind of using Twitter because I used to tweet out every single morning that when I went live, and I kind of stopped doing that for a while. I think I may start doing it again. I may start doing. I was trying to see if Twitter was worth my time. If that makes sense. Because it's one of those things, like you always wonder, like, is, you know, the effort I put into trying to get Twitter going, is it overall worth trying to? Oh, I don't have cards.
Okay. Things should start to move around now.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, it's just me wondering if it's, you know, worth my time, or, and it probably is. You know, the amount of time I actually put in there, because it's not like I'm putting a ridiculous amount of time into pinning out a tweet to let people know that I've gone live. I think, honestly, I can even set Lumia streams to do it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's the worst part is, it's like, I guess I'm just afraid that, like, I don't want to be annoying to people, and I guess that's my problem. Is I'm trying to do Twitch. I should be annoying to people. I don't want to bother people. That's why I don't use that everyone or add here and all the stuff in the Discord all the time. Like, I want people to you know what, I think for the rest of the year, I'm gonna try something different, and I'm not gonna add everyone on the Discord all the time. Like, I can't do it. And I won't. I not gonna happen. Just because, like, I just physically can't. I don't want to be that guy. We don't actually need these in here. The only thing we were using the large minecarts for was wreck rails, right?
What?
The only thing that we were using the large carts for on the other system was rack rails at this moment.
Yeah, and
Okay.
anything else that requires, non-ores moved?
Yeah, but we're not moving anything else right now.
I don't
Unless
know.
you've set something up. I just stole a bunch of the minecarts.
Because that network's already gotten a bit long in the tooth.
Yeah. So the yeah, and I know, Evie, like that's the whole point of me trying to do is trying to convince people to do that stuff. Like you'd be, you know, you'd think I would do everything I could for it. And I've gotten away, like, I don't know. I didn't want to bother people. And part of it is this year's kind of been garbage. And I just trying to hide and, you know, just not be bothering people. Like my year's been so crap that I just, you know, I assume nobody wants to be bothered. I guess I'm supposed to say something like, hey, yeah, because you want to be. It's one of those things like, hey, I made this video about this game by so and so, not hey so and so, look at the game, the thing, right? Yeah, I need to get in all that stuff. Evidently, I need to just hire Evie to come help me run my damn Twitter. Just give Evie access to my Twitter and let her go bother the shit out of people. I need an intern. That's what I need. Well, so you go back here. Showing them the game. Yeah, exactly. And it's all a game, right? I've just got. Some people do. Some people ignore Twitter. Some people like just show up because they know my schedule. Like the whole point of me doing this stuff is to try to get as much attention as I can for Extra Life. And to raise as much awareness as we can for the charity and raise money for the charity. So the more light I can shine on that, the better it is. So So I really need to get back into it. You know why my auto excavator finds 0 blocks? Because it excavated them all. Yeah. All I've been using Twitter for lately is to find half-naked women that want to do channel art for me.
Well, that was certainly a phrase I was not expecting out of Pond's mouth.
The half-naked women to do channel art for me?
Yeah,
Well, that's like I'm sitting here. It's like, oh, so and so followed you, and I'll look, and it's a picture of a scantily clad woman It's like, oh, I do channel art. And I'm like, okay, well, you being scantily clad isn't going to convince me that you can do my channel art. Are you sure you told it to dig far enough? Without looking at it, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would need to look at it. But yeah, so and nothing wrong. If you want to be a scantily clad woman, I'm fine with that. Be a scantily clad woman. But if you're trying to do a professional, thing, then maybe not do that. Because I'm not going to take you seriously. Yeah, making tunnels it's weird because you have to make sure that your block is pointed, like especially if you're using like the auto excavator, like the Mark II or whatever. You have to make sure it's pointing in the direction you want it to dig. Background voice. Thank you for following. Welcome to the tribe, my friend. One of these days we'll get him streaming.
Yeah.
Shit off. How close are we to get 10 on the?
Now watch this becomes really confusing for some people who don't know what's going on.
Yes. I think Evie's scratching her head right now.
And as we just don't explain who the background voice is.
Nope. It's more fun that way.
I know.
It should have to completely dig a hole first. Well, if you're using, are you using modded or not modded? If you're using the non-modded, they only dig up. You have to use a modded one to be able to. Yeah, not modded only digs vertically. They won't dig. They won't dig down. Set up. Just wait for the cars to get done.
While I'm thinking about it, the background voice should probably also follow Evie, as that is a good channel to follow.
Yeah, if you guys aren't following Evie, what are you doing with your life? What? Yeah, it'll show the highlight like it will dig down, but it'll only dig up. I know we have a lot. Twitch is a small community. Like there's a lot of streamers and stuff, but the real trick is to figure out like who all streaming and support each other and find other creators that are doing like things and help. Like I don't know. A lot of people a lot of people go about Twitch the wrong way. Twitch is not a competition. Like you're trying to compete with your fellow creators. Yeah, you're not gonna do awesome. Like yeah, we're here to try to build a community and find some cool people. Unfortunately, I kind of wish with Discord, because like I have my own Discord and Evie has her own Discord. Six has his own Discord. All the communities are separate, and people end up having to join like 15 different Discords and Discord. Like, and that's another thing too. Is I try to stay on Discord and respond and stuff. It's over. Here's all.
Hey, Evie.
Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. I turn these down a little bit. Four's probably okay, but
those are not the right cards.
Oh, did I not tell it to bring the right cards over here?
The normal, non-all cards have just shown up over here. So something here is misconfigured.
No, I misconfigured this probably. I didn't set these to work creators only over here.
Oh, right, because these don't have any. Well, no, I've been setting the filter types on these so they only accept the right kinds of cards.
Okay. Well, the problem is, though, is if I'm requesting regular cards, it will send a regular card to try to go pick it up, and it'll get there and be like, "Oh crap, I can't use it," and then it goes back. It breaks it.
Yeah, and then you go, "Why isn't it working?" And you see the wrong cards showing up, and you go, "Oh, see, planned." It's just, it doesn't work for a while. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, that's got 2 cards coming. Yeah, you should have 4 cards coming for 10.
Yeah. I'm just seeing what this other card's going to at the moment, or trying to go to. So, another news, I don't think Evie worked out who the background voice is.
Thanks, you did.
Did you change the direction that the cards go round here?
Yeah. 2 days ago.
Well, it just occurred to me the boosters were backwards, and I was like, what's going on?
I left this backwards because it was fun. They still seem to work, though.
Yeah, it was 10. They wanted to go to 10.
Immediately, all of the stations for over there are requesting lithium right now. Which makes sense, because I think lithium's the only thing that's really lacking there right now. In a minute, we're severely lacking tin as soon as it decides to show up. So I've kind of disconnected the tin.
Tin has only recently started.
Yeah.
What are you? You are iron ore. You are not loading properly. God damn it.
Oh. Why would you go to that if you couldn't actually get out of there? It's using bolts. Hard.
Gonna give lithium some help too. Mine should have better throughput now. So should lithium. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're still around, Six, but we'll have to tell Game Hunter that I have a new way of capturing audio in OBS, which should help him separate Discord and all that apart so we can control their volumes. I'm sure he would appreciate that piece of information. No, she's not there. I'll tell why not.
Women.
What's up, Flo?
Oh, it needs 5 lithium coils to make a charge.
Yeah. It's quite a bit, sadly. I've improved the tin transfer speed a little quicker. I really need to spend some time making carts down here and shoving more in.
Well, eventually, what I'll end up doing is, as soon as we get gold, nickel, and titanium brought up,
They're up there.
okay, then I need to build stuff there. And once I get all that stuff built, I'll start. It's just going to be manufacturing all the things.
Yeah, I was slightly busy over the last few days. I just wanted to make sure everything was ready as much as I could get done.
Yeah.
I have some maintenance to do down here on a couple of... I think it's time I do my fast or large testing. I said I think it's time I do my fast or large testing. You know, fast carts or large carts. And then fast carts versus large carts on boosters. Versus, you know, fast carts with boosters. Because I swear, these fast carts with boosters are way outperforming large carts.
Yeah.
Like, they are goddamn cooking.
That's the problem with these things, is they randomly choose when they want to share with the information. They'll share ore, but they won't share bars.
I got 300 bedrock, that'll do as a test material.
That's going to be a mess. Trying to make a small amount of charged foil production. And it's basically Singapore as fast as it can.
I've run out of belts, that's why I don't have enough track. Speaking of things that'll run out of time, because it's that time.
Yeah, it has. It has ran out at the time. Give this thing a little bit of time to catch up. At least we have tier 1 stuff done today. That will allow me to start building tier 2 stuff out tomorrow. And then just start. We have all the random garbage parts that are being destroyed. Having the ore picked up on that. Fortunately, this doesn't have priority. So like the nickel and iron picked up here first. If I put it on the line earlier, I can force it to be clear priority. I think it'll be all right. Let that run a minute. We go see if we can find some place to hang out.
What day is it today?
Today is Friday, and tomorrow I won't be streaming because I have family stuff I need to take care of.
Yep.
So I'll try to see. We try to do something. See how that works. Yeah, sorry, 6. It's that time of day. Having to do that work thing. This is a channel we haven't rated in a while, so we're gonna raid 30 Guys Gaming. It's like they are playing Way of the Hunter. Do me a favor, you tell them I said hi. It happens. And then we will see you guys maybe this weekend, but definitely next Tuesday. You guys be safe. Talk to y'all soon.